We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. This guy's coming in, winning 3 of their last 4 games. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys coming off their bye, so they should be fresh and ready to get after it. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Now Webb. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Webb. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Marion. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now he'll tuck this and run, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Completes it to Hunt. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Lyles. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Lyles. They'll try and do this himself. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They come up short here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on fourth down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Off play action, it's Webb. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, Hamlin. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Webb now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll run on first down. It's Cole. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Webb. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, a heck of a move. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The home team's offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as they'll look to keep it going here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Hamlet. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now Webb. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. When you look at this defense, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Back to throw here. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Hamlet. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hamlet. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Webb to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. On 1st down, Hamlet trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Here's Webb. This will be caught just inside the 10. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Here's Webb. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now back out comes the offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll keep it on the ground. Marion. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, Webb. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. Cole. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harvey. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Webb. And he is caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Up the middle they go. Hamlet. Down right around the 25. Here's a 2nd and 8. In motion goes the tight end. From the 25 on second down. Webb only able to gain a couple there. And now third down and 6 to go.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Back to throw. Webb. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And able to get this out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Throwing to start the drive. Webb. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Webb. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Webb. And this pass broken up. But the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Throwing to start the drive. Lyles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Robertson. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Marion. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Second down and inches. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter. But you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Marion. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Lyles. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. So possession goes over here on the punt. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Back to throw. Webb. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And they bring their punter out there now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Operating from the gun. Lyles. Throw out wide is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Lyles. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30.
Back to throw. Lyles. First target, first catch, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Marion. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Lyles. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A play fake, now Webb. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the gun on third down. Webb able to find the open man. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
First and 10 at the 49-yard
Webb now from the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hamlin. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll look to throw now on first down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. They'll go with a keeper. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that enables him to also pick up the first. Up the middle they go. Hamlin. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. On first down, Hamlin. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
On 4th down, Webb. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 8-yard line.
2nd and 11. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. He's to the 15 and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 91 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They got a chance to take the lead.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Webb. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 17. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So the penalty there for a block in the back.
And that's when you normally see a blocker put his hands up right away to say, no, I didn't do it. But this time, yes, you did.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Webb. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lyles. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Operating from the gun, Webb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. From the gun on third down, Webb. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll run on first down. It's Cole. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Cole. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
A gain of 9 yards. And first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cole. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Looking to throw. Lyles. Under pressure, and down he goes. And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Lyles. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 73 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So we'll see the onside kick here right out of the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock. So 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. And they will take a knee here. They'll try the left side. Cole. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for our visitors,
their battle to finish above 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year.
and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem